Welcome to the European Southern Observatory. In this video, we will introduce you to preparing X-shooter observations. X-shooter is a multi-wavelength, medium-resolution spectrograph mounted at the UT3 8.2-meter telescope at Paranal Observatory. X-shooter operates at intermediate resolutions, with a resolving power between 3000 and 18,000, depending on wavelength and slit width. It includes 3 spectroscopic arms optimized for different wavelength ranges: the UV blue arm, the visual red arm, and the near-infrared arm. X-shooter is a highly versatile instrument, ideal for a wide range of science cases. It allows for simultaneous observations across a broad wavelength range, and the medium spectral resolution balances detail with sensitivity, making X-shooter highly efficient for faint object spectroscopy across a large spectral range. X-shooter offers 2 observing modes: SLT spectroscopy and imaging. The most commonly used mode is SLT mode, where the 3 arms operate in parallel, providing comprehensive spectral coverage in a single exposure from the ultraviolet to the near-infrared, or from 300 to 2500 nanometers. Once your X-shooter proposal is accepted, you can move to the ESO Phase 2 tool for preparing your observing material. In the Phase 2, you can define your observing blocks, or OBs, which specify details of your observations. If you are not familiar with the Phase 2 tool, we have a dedicated video about it in this channel. You can see the link in the description. You can use the X-shooter exposure time calculator, or ETC, to estimate the required exposure time to achieve your desired signal-to-noise ratio. Each OB shall include a target acquisition template and at least 1 science template. The target acquisition template ensures precise centering of the target. For the science templates, there are different observing modes to choose from. Using SLT spectroscopy, there is the steering mode. This mode is typically used for point source objects. The object remains in the same position within the slit during the observation. It is suitable when the infrared part of the spectrum is not critical. The starring synchronized mode. In general, X-shooter exposures in the 3 arms are asynchronous. This version of the steering mode synchronizes the 3 arms, ensuring coordinated data collection within about 1 second. We have the nodding along the slit mode. This mode is used for better correction of sky emission lines and sky variations, particularly when the infrared part of the spectrum is important. It involves moving the telescope along the slit orientation to sample the sky background. Fixed offset to sky mode. This mode allows alternating between an object and a sky position by applying a fixed offset to the telescope pointing. It is useful when observing extended objects for which there is no or not enough sky inside the slits to perform a good sky subtraction, or for observations that require precise positioning relative to a reference point. The generic offset mode. This mode is the most flexible one, as it allows for generic offsets to be applied on different exposures, providing complete pointing flexibility. There is the mapping mode. This mode is used for mapping extended objects or crowded fields. It involves systematically moving the telescope to cover a specific area of the sky. And outside of SLT spectroscopy, X-shooter also offers limited imaging functionalities. Before finishing your Phase 2, please ensure you meet all the general and instrument-specific requirements. This includes providing finding charts, exposure times and offsets, setting the correct position angles, and configuring the acquisition templates. Once your OBs are reviewed and approved, your observations will be scheduled for observation at Paranal Observatory. Once the data is taken, it is immediately available for users. Automatic data reduction is performed with the official X-shooter pipeline using the EDPS environment and placed in the ESO Archive, although both raw and reduced data are only public after the corresponding proprietary time. Thank you for watching. More information can be found in the X-shooter user manual and associated online documentation. For any questions, please contact us at ESO User Support. Happy observing!